Hello everyone, I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 22nd of October 2023. I'm going to be as open and as candid as possible, and I'm going to be as honest as possible about this. It's an open topic, it's not necessarily in a particular order or selection, and so I'm just going to get right into it. Have you ever noticed something how so many people are looking for relationships, so many people are hunting for love, so many people are hunting to be accepted, so many people, both men and women, but nobody's accepting each other? You ever notice that? You be in a room full of people and everybody in the room is looking for love, all the guys in the room looking for love, all the girls in the room looking for love or something like that, and nobody is loving each other. Absolutely nobody. If they end up loving each other, it's a high tolerance that they have, and they decide that, okay, that's the one I'm going to work with. And I'm wondering, what's the issue? What's the issue? Why is it that you don't choose to love what's in front of you? You know, I remember Luther Vandross did a song, if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one that you're with. Learn to love the one that you're with. And I always wonder, why is it that people are looking for love? So many people are looking for love. And a girl knows a guy looking for love. A guy knows a girl looking for love. But at the same time, they're not loving each other. They're looking for something further out. They're looking for something and looking and looking and looking and looking. And I saw this this topic floating around on social media where they're talking about the simple steps in dating, and how it's open and it's short, it's simple, and it's as is. And one of the steps were that you attract who you are. You attract who you are, and a lot of people were saying no, you don't, because you can meet someone and you're a simple, respectful, caring individual. However, you meet a person and they are a complete narcissist, and that's not who you are. Or a representation of yourself. And I was saying to them that you might not realize that you have elements of narcissism in you, but you actually do. And it's that element within you that attracted that individual. It's that element. It's hard for a lot of people to accept their own flaws. And that's the issue. It's very hard for people to accept their own flaws. Remember in my last video, I spoke about the pointing one finger and what happens when you point one finger at someone. 1, 2, 3, 4 other fingers pointing back at you. And so that's the issue. A lot of people don't want to accept their own flaws. Everybody walking around pointing fingers at someone, pointing their finger at someone. And because of such, they don't want to accept the flaws that they have. They don't want to accept the shortcomings that they possess. They don't want to accept personal discrepancy that's within them that they should deal with. And that also affects how they date. It affects your relations to people also. It took me years. I've said it in a video. I've said it in a video before. I think it was last year that it took me years to realize. I think it was in 2020. I said it, between 2020 or 2021, I said it, that it took me years to realize that I was attracting myself all along. Meaning that when people see me, they judge me. Females like me get judged all the time. I'm reduced to a prostitute, I'm reduced to a stripper, I'm reduced to a go-go. Might I have never been into a go-go club, except for once there was a party being held there and I was hosting the party. Otherwise, from that, no, I'm not. And so I got labeled simply solely based on my physical appearance. I got negatively labeled. But when you get to know me, you realize that there are some conservative fundamentals that I live by. There are certain things to me, there are certain principles that I uphold that you who don't look that way, who look conservative, actually do not uphold those principles, if you even have any. And one thing I realize is the same way how I am, and I attract a guy that looks sharp, that look penciled, that look tailored, that look like the son of a pastor. When I get to know him, it's something completely different. It's something completely different. It's the same as when he sees me, he sees one thing, but when he gets to know me, it's something completely different. That's how you're attracting yourself. That's you attracting yourself. It doesn't mean that you're rude and disrespectful or you're a narcissist just like that individual. You have elements in you that exudes the same character of that person, and because of such, it's attracting, it's causing you to be attracted, it's causing that person to be drawn to you. And that's what happens. Remember, men like things that are intriguing, men like things that are a mystery to solve, because a lot of them are what? A mystery to be solved. And so that's what I was attracting all along. And I said it took me a long while for me to realize it. And, you know, we label people as jerk, we label people as assholes, we label people as this, we label people as that. But when you look right into it, a lot of us are assholes ourselves. I've had asshole moments, you understand? Not only that, if you choose to simplify your own self and simplify what you're about, and every person decides that's what they are going to do, it becomes a really simpler world for you to live in. A much more manageable, not easier, but mostly manageable world for you to live in. Like you lay your cards out on the table. This is what I don't like. This is what I like. Once a person is displaying or choose to display behavior patterns of what you don't like, you just let them know that that's it. I spoke to you about it. This is it. You obviously are who you are and don't want you to change. I don't want you to make any adjustments, because it's only a matter of time before you will go back. So here's what. We respect each other. We keep each other a distance. We keep it platonic. We keep it cordial, and we leave it like that. We obviously aren't a mesh. We aren't on the same wavelength, and that's okay. That is totally okay. We're just not on the same wavelength. And that's just something that you have to accept and you have to respect. You understand? And that's just one of the things in life. We don't want to recognize our own flaws. So let's say I point that out to an individual. He's going to interpret that I'm miserable, that I'm problematic, or I'm overbearing. No, there are certain things that the person do not like, and it's simply not for them, and you can't force a person to adjust to it. You just leave. The world is bigger. Now, when the person decides to leave and you want to hold on to them, you are creating problems for your own self. You are creating problems. So I'm not talking about dating pool, right? I'm not talking about marriage. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the dating pool. You are creating problems for yourself, because that person have respected your decision and decided that, okay, we will part ways and we will just keep it platonic. You want to hold on to it in hopes that they will make a change, or they will chase after you when they have decided that they will respect your decision and move on. That's when you're creating problems for yourself. So if we accept our own flaws, and decide that, listen, I know this is who I am. I can be loud. I can be rude. I can be disrespectful. Let me try and adjust myself. Then communication will improve with any individual that you come in contact with. Watch this now. There are persons who believe that because they don't say something disrespectful, that they are not a disrespectful person. There are people who do it by deed, hence the narcissist, you understand? There are people who do things by deed. And so when they do it by deed, they're only thinking about themselves. They're being rather selfish. They are thinking about themselves. They are not cognizant, or even if they are, they simply do not care. They are only thinking and moving based on their own thought process and what they think and what they go by. They don't have any respect for the individual. That is disrespectful also. And a lot of people do not want to come to accept it. That not because you don't say something disrespectful, your body language and how you move uncaring and unconscientious, or you selfish, depicts the trait of a person that's being disrespectful. So when a person has brought it to you, what do? You can say, okay, I won't do it again. It's not a reflection of my true character. I do apologize and stuff like that. People just don't want to respect each other. Everybody wants to be respected, but people don't want to respect each other. They strongly believe what they are doing is not disrespectful, and so they will continue, or they make an excuse for it and they continue. And that's the issue that's taking place in a lot of people in the dating pool. It's really difficult. It's not easy like before, where a guy meets a girl, guy wants to settle down, guy wants a relationship, guy wants marriage, and he do the right thing and make it work, and they go down the aisle and they marry. It's not like that, or it's not that simple anymore. Guys just want to have fun going out there. There are lots of females who want to have fun just going out there, but guess what? They don't want those females. And that's where the problem comes in. People are going by opposite attract. Oh, I'm a wild guy, so I want a conservative girl. No, Because if you get a conservative girl, what are you going to do? You're going to completely ruin her life. You are going to ruin her life. You will bring out traits in her that is besides her character. And what she's going to do, she's going to think that's the way to go and that's the way to live. And then she sinks into depression because that's not her personality, that's not her character. But for the sake of a relationship being healthy, and so she's willing to break her own barriers and her own personal standards to accept an individual's behavior. You understand? And so because of that, a lot of relationships simply isn't working out. People don't have patience anymore either. People don't want to have patience, want to understand where another person is coming from. People don't have empathy. People are hard. People are difficult. They are cutthroat. It's either today or tomorrow. They don't believe in gray areas. They believe in it is either black or white. And life is simply not like that. And that's one of the reasons I look into it and I say, you know what, we are going to have it extremely difficult to date, including myself. But the beauty of the world, as I always say, is that it's very big. 8+ billion people on the earth. All you need to do is travel. And you'll meet like-minded individual. I just wish that, it wouldn't have been that difficult and persons really decide that, okay, it's time to respect each other. It's time to move with more caution. It's time to understand, learn, seek to understand individuals, seek to respect people, and so forth. You understand? If the person is just not for you, it's just not for you. You don't have to be disrespectful either in saying it or in letting them know. You don't have to wait until you're upset or you start showing mixed signals where you're avoiding the person, you're not calling them, you're not communicating with them as you used to do and stuff like that, for them to be picking up and say, you can tell by what I'm doing that no, speak the truth. Speak the truth. Be of utmost good faith. Be of good report and speak the truth. That, listen, I thought that this was going to go well. This was going to sit well with me. There are a lot of things that I see that I'm not comfortable with. It doesn't sit well with my spirit. And because of such, I think that it's best we part ways. I could be wrong. If there are room for, give them an opportunity also to explain themselves. And if they wish not to, then you would have come to the right conclusion that this person is simply not for you. Because even if they don't feel like explaining themselves to you, out of respect, they should do so for the sake of argument or for the sake of wanting to save a relationship or what this can be further down the line. And that's the thing. Like I said, a lot of people are quick-tempered also. They're easy to get angry. They can't express themselves. They can't speak clearly on what is it that they have a disdain with or what is it they're indifferent with. They wait until they're angry or upset. Then they start showing mixed signals, or when it goes far left and out of their control, or when they reach a breaking point, they decide to blurt out things and be abrupt and disrespectful to each other. And that's another thing that people need to look into. I saw a lot of females on social media, videos that are floating around of females talking about their partner and this and that and what the person does. But when you check the character of that female, she's always loud, she's always vulgar, she's always boisterous. It's just an overly aggressive behavior. And what man in their right mind is going to sit at ease with something like that to deal with 24/7? You're not going to find, because people want peace. People want respect. And clearly, if a woman is behaving like that, is not a woman that has much respect for a man. Is a woman who don't have much respect for herself, because she's not looking at people's opinion of her character based on what she's displaying. She's not concerned with that. She doesn't care. So clearly, she's going to be with a partner who she doesn't respect either. So guess what? That partner is going to lose all respect for that individual. If he stays, that's up to him. You understand me? And ride the wave, because men tend to hold out and keep you as placeholders until they find what they're looking for. And that's what a lot of guys have been doing. When I see the videos and stuff like that, I'm saying that this person is very, very disrespectful. This person is actually extremely loud at times, boisterous for no reason, and they think it's cute. Another thing that is not working out is that a lot of women are not feminine. A lot of women are not females. A lot of women are not feminine. They're not in touch with their sexuality. And because of such, it's a psychological turn off for men. You have to understand yourself. I know that you are a female, you're in touch with your feminine side, and that's who you are, and you remain as such. That's a natural use and the naturalness of a female to be in touch with her femininity. So it will what? It will attract the opposite gender, providing that you're a heterosexual female. You understand? And that's just the natural use of a woman. A lot of you females are very, very masculine, and doing BBL and all of that overcompensating for the femininity that you lack, it's not going to work. You are showing overly aggressive masculine behavior just the same, and it is a turn off. It's not a turn on. There's nothing attractive about it. You can dress up and doll up and look as alluring as possible, try to attract people as possible, as much people as possible, or that guy as possible, but at the end of the day, he's not going to want to be around that kind of energy, and that's why he's turned off. He's not going to want to be around it, because your behavior is not portraying feminine quality. It's not portraying feminine quality, and because of such, the guy simply don't want to have you to deal with. You understand me? A lot of men also, you portray effeminate qualities, feminine behavior, feminine energy. You're very argumentative also. You going on and overly aggressive. Well, overly aggressive for absolutely no reason. It's not like your life is in danger or someone is a threat to you or you're defending yourself. You are being like that for absolutely no reason. You move from 0 to 100 very quickly. You are quick-tempered. You have anxiety problems and all these kind of things. And it shows on social media because you guys are portraying it. It shows, and it also is a turn-off for women. It's a turn-off for women. There's a saying that goes, speak when you're spoken to and answering your call. A lot of you guys just feel like you should inject yourself in every single thing that's out there, and it's not showing your masculine side. It's not showing the manliness in you. It's showing something else, and it is a turn off for a lot of females out there. So with that being said, I think we all can traverse this thing carefully and traverse this thing in our zone and get a clear understanding of who we are, the natural use of ourselves, and know that, listen, female, feminine, male, masculine. At no point should it cross path, as in yourself. At no time should it mix. At no point should it intertwine within oneself. It intertwine between two with each other, but not with yourself. And so you will end up portraying negative energy, and because of that negative energy, guess what? You guys will never meet at the mind. You simply will constantly bump heads. It's like a scalene triangle. A scalene triangle, none of the sides, none of the angles are equal, but for some reason they bump, and you can get an angle that add up to 180 degrees. You understand? So that's what happens when women being masculine, men being feminine. And a lot of that is taking place out there. And a lot of people think it is cool. A lot of people think it is sexy. A lot of people think it is okay because you are toxic. So when you're toxic, you simply don't know better. That's a normalcy in which you were raised. And so you project it on other people. You push it out there. That's what you're looking for. The argumentative, the quarrelsome, the this, the that, the loud for no reason, on top of your voice for no reason. Can't complete a sentence without it being very disrespectful, and it's a turn off. You are turning off people, and that's just what I'm trying to say in the dating pool, and that's why a lot of persons are having issues. Like I said, I just explained myself and throw myself into the gauntlet when I said it took me years to realize that I was actually attracting myself. It wasn't opposite. I thought that, based on how I look and the type of guys I attract, I thought that it was opposite being attracted. But at the end of the day, I was attracting my own self, because the same way, like I said, you see me, get to know me, something else. It's the same way when I saw these guys, getting to know them, it's something else. So you are actually attracting yourself and you don't realize it. There are several energies out there. And there are energies around us, and we give off energies also with our electromagnetic field. And because of such, we are going to attract people who are like-minded. And if they're negative, my God, you're going to attract. That's what you are going to attract, because you are negative. You are pessimist, but you just don't know it. You understand? So it's a food for thought. If you meet someone, you're going out with them, please, male and female, be respectful. Be honest about what you want. If you want a girl that you just want to have some fun with, the female may very well be interested in a guy where she has some fun with him. She's not looking for anything serious. She's not looking for anything that is cemented or committed. She's just looking to have some fun and enjoy herself. Maybe she wants some money too. Yeah, because we all know women want money, men want sex, yada, yada, yada. You understand me? So speak your mind and be of utmost. Be honest with yourself. Don't allow a person, don't preempt that a person is going to judge you, or a person is going to be disrespectful to you. So because of such, you won't speak the truth, or even if you decide to speak the truth, you're going to speak it in a disrespectful manner or an aggressive manner, because you know the backlash that you're going to get. You are preempting what the person is saying or what the person is thinking, and you move from ignorance. You move off ignorance while doing so, and then you end up with a disagreement that leads into a quarrel instead of something that could have been dealt with amicably, because you and the person might be on the same wavelength. You understand? So speak the truth, be honest about what you want. And like I said, it's just that simple. Because if you don't and you tell a lie, persons are going to pick up on it. And then you're going to end up getting disrespected, especially if it's a person who you're playing or you're turning tricks on, who has a very low tolerance for foolishness like myself. You understand? So that's just what I want to say to people out there. You understand me? Try to be more respectful. Try to approach things in a more calm, cool manner. There's no reason to be shouting at all times. There's no reason to be overly aggressive at all times. There's no reason to behave like that at all times. It is a turn off. It's not a turn on. It doesn't look feminine, and it doesn't show feminine qualities. You understand? So that's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye-bye.